Yes, after seeing the basics of physics, let us see the basics of maths required to understand the physics. See, I am telling that those basics of physics as well as the basics of maths are oxygen to understand physics. I am not discussing in this video all basics of physics and all basics of mathematics. There are many, but whatever I have selected, these are such an important basics of physics and maths that without this you cannot understand the physics of first year as well as second year. So these are the formulas of mathematics. Why? Because mathematics is the language of physics. Without mathematics you cannot understand the theoretical part of physics as well as derivative part of physics. So let us discuss the basics of maths for physics. These you have already learned at your school level. So let us discuss it very fast. These are exponential formulas. A power m into a power n can be written as a power m plus n. If bases are same, just write the base one times and add the powers. A power m whole power n. Just multiply the highest power with the lowest power. A power m into n. A by m whole power m if it is given. So this power will come for both. For A also it will come, for B also it will come. So A power m by B power m. Under root A by B form is there in any derivative part. So this root can be given to numerator, this root can be given to denominator. Root A by root B. Under root AB is there. We can divide this root for both A and B. Root A into root B. If A is equal to under root B is there, any equation is of this form. So if you shift this root this side, then B will be equal to A square and vice versa. If you shift this root square to this side, it will become root. So this formula will be used many times in derivative part. We have some expansions. A plus B whole square expansion you have learned. What is the expansion? A square plus B square plus 2ab. Similarly, A minus B whole square. Also you have to use many times in numerical problems as well as in derivative part, Pythagoras theorem. I am not discussing Pythagoras theorem statement. Let us discuss only the formula. Pythagoras theorem is applied on right angle triangle. The formula how we will get? You have to know the right angle triangle. Wherever theta is there, the theta opposite side, okay, the theta adjacent side, the inclined side is called as hypotenuse. There are basically three sides named for a right angle triangle: hypotenuse, adjacent and opposite. To which side you will call it as opposite? To which theta is not attached. Now the formula for Pythagoras theorem is hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent side square is equal to opposite side square. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Take it down. Yeah, next part of formulas of maths for physics are these ones. We require trigonometric formulae to understand the concept derivative part of physics. So you know the right angle triangle sides, hypotenuse, opposite and adjacent. Based upon that, sin theta, cos theta in terms of sides, the formulas are given: sin theta opposite side by hypotenuse, cos theta adjacent side by hypotenuse, tan theta opposite side by adjacent side. You have some trigonometry identities. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Cos theta is equal to under root 1 minus sin square theta. From this only you will get, take the sin square theta that side, 1 minus sin square theta, take the square that side, it will be root. Sin 2 theta formula is 2 sin theta into cos theta. Similarly, tan theta formula is sin theta by cos theta. Again I am repeating, I am not including all formulas of trigonometry which are used to understand the physics. Those formulas only I am discussing. Now we require the table also for values of 0 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60 and 90 degree. Only if you remember these many values, it's more than enough. Sin theta values, cos theta values as well as tan theta values. Take a screenshot. Yes, the next part of formulas are quadrant system formulae from trigonometry. Already you have studied this at school level. Once again let us revise very fast. So there are basically 4 quadrants between x and y. Okay, overall negative y axis, negative x axis if you consider. So first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant, their names we have given. The first quadrant name is all, second quadrant name is silver, third quadrant name is tea, fourth quadrant name is cups. Based upon the first letter, there is one small trick that if you keep in your mind, which trigonometric ratios will be positive and which will be negative, you will come to know. Okay, so in this quadrant system, basically you have to remember 3 things. The first thing is, in first quadrant, which trigonometric ratios will have positive value. The first thing which you have to remember is, in each and every quadrant, which trigonometric ratios will have positive value for all angles. that you must remember. The second thing is, in first quadrant, how the angle form will be, whether it will be 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, 180 minus theta, so on. So angle forms you must know related to quadrant. The third thing is, when the sine will change to cos, when the cos will change to sine, when the tan will change to cot, or how they will remain constant, that you must remember. So these three things if you remember regarding each quadrant, it's more than enough. So the first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive, that's why its name has been started with all, A. Okay, so all trigonometric ratios will be positive. The angle form will be of 90 minus theta, because from here to here the angle will start from 0 degree to 90 degree. So all angles will be below 90 degrees. So that's why the angle form will be 90 minus theta. Now sin 90 minus theta, if you get any angle of this way, in place of theta you may get any angle, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60 degree, anything you can get here. Even you can get 90 degree also. So sin 90 minus theta, answer will be cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta, answer will be sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta, answer will be cot theta. Whatever number you get at theta place, just you have to write here. Like as I have given an example, sometimes you may get in derivation sin 90 minus 60 degree. So what is the answer? In theta place you have 60 degree. So it is in this form. Sin 90 minus theta, answer is cos theta. So cos 60 degree is answer. And the value of cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. Similarly, the second quadrant, second quadrant name is silver. It is starting with yes. Why I have given yes? Because all sign values will have positive. All sign values will be positive. So that's why its name has been started with S. You can use any word. Now angle forms will be of 90 plus theta form and 180 minus theta form. Let us see the changes. Sin 90 plus theta is there. The answer is cos theta. Cos 90 plus theta is there. Minus sin theta. Tan 90 plus theta is there, minus cot theta. For these two there will be negative values, and for sine it will be positive value, as in the second quadrant sine will have positive values. Now similarly there is another form also. In place of 90 plus theta you can write 180 minus theta. 180 minus theta. This is also one more angle of second quadrant. So the answers will change. Sin 180 minus theta is sin theta only. Sin will remain sin only. Why? I will tell. Now cos 180 minus theta is, in second quadrant cos will be negative, only sin will be positive, so minus cos theta. Tan 180 minus theta, again minus tan theta. So remember here one more trick is that whenever you are getting odd number, sin should be converted into cos should be converted into sin, and tan should be converted into cot. Whenever you are getting even number, sin should remain sin, cos should remain cos, tan should remain tan only. So basically 9 and 27 you will get as odd numbers. So whenever you are getting 9 and 27, change sin as cos as sin, tan as cot. For 18 and 36, the other even numbers which you can get in this overall quadrant system is 18 and 36. So whenever 18 is coming and 36 is coming, don't change sin as cos. Keep sin as sin only. Keep cos as cos only. Okay? Part of formulas are regarding ratios. Many times in physics you will get this kind of ratio. In place of A, B, C, D you may get numbers, or in place of A, B, C, D you may get physical quantities. So how you have to solve it? If you get A by B by C by D form, the answer will be AD by BC. What you have to do? Just remember the trick. The fourth floor number or letter should go to first floor and gets multiplied. The third floor number or letter will go to second floor and gets multiplied. So it will be AD by BC, the simplification. Similarly, many times you will get A by B by C. Means the numerator term doesn't have any denominator. So you can give denominator as 1. It is similar to this one. Again take this C to the A and B to the 1. So it will be AC by B. Similarly, A by B by C means the denominator C is not having its own denominator. So you can write it as 1. 1 will go near A, C will come near B. So the solution will be A by BC. Similarly, you have some terms in this way. Something to the power 0. So anything to the power 0 will be always taken as 1. Anything divided by 0 will be an undefined term. It is called as undefined term denoted by infinity. 0 by anything will be always equal to 0. Now coming to direct proportionality and inverse proportionality, many times you will get equation and there you have to recognize which term is directly proportional and which term is inversely proportional. How you will recognize? By seeing this equation you will understand. Whichever terms are in numerator of equation on either side, whatever terms which are on either side numerators, always they will be directly proportional. See here, A is in numerator, B is in numerator, so A will be directly proportional to B. C is in denominator, A is in numerator, so relation between A and C will be inversely proportional. And what will be the relation between B and C? Both are to the one side. First bring them to the equation either sides. So if you take the C this side, it will be AC equal to B. Now C is in numerator, B is in numerator, C and B have directly proportional. Hope you have understood all these formulas. These are minimum formulas which I have compressed and given to you in the form of video. If you have fear of physics up to your school level, if you have fear of mathematics, you are unable to understand many formulas of mathematics, don't worry. Just whatever formulas I have given in this video of physics as well as of mathematics, remember these formulas. The first year physics will be going to easy for you. Thank you very much.